Well, the man of the hour joins us this morning before his big night tonight at the Grapevine in Depew. Sabre's alumni captain, Ernie Gare, is here, the subject of tonight's roast, which we have heard so much about just watching the Sabres broadcast. The guys on the air are so excited to be there tonight to give you a hard time.
I'm glad they're excited.
Yeah.
Because I'm not. No, I am. It should be a fun night, Linda. It's so good to see you again.
Oh, I know. I miss you.
It's always a pleasure.
I could have been on that panel, by the way. I had
She could have been. She was part of the list, but I didn't have any say on it. You know, it was pretty much GR's choice.
So, one of these days.
I'm letting it go on that. But no, it's a special night. I mean, I really, when I talked to them about it, I was roasted, 30 years ago, and they wanted to do it again. And I said, sure, I'll.
Yes.
And I really like about it, it's going to my dad's scholarship, a lot of the proceeds. So,
yes.
Dad was a real good mentor, always to me, got me to where I wanted to be in my lifetime as far as an NHL player, and helped a lot of other people because back in the early 60s, he started an athletic scholarship program. He believed in athletics and education, and hundreds of students went through it. So, and
as a matter of fact, I remember one story you told me about your dad. When you first started, your dad was watching Perot skate, and he just said to you, do what he does.
Yeah.
You'll be okay.
Try to learn from him. Yeah. It was a tough thing to do. There's only one Gilbert Perot, but.
Well, let me tell you something. There's only one Ernie Gare, because if the Sabres were to need anybody right now, it would be a guy who plays for 60 minutes and plays with heart, and that would be you.
Well, I appreciate that. I think the teams I played for were very strong. I mean, there's going to be some of my ex-teammates there, like Rick Dudley, Don Luce, Derek Smith, Freddie Stanfield. Some people that I grew up, admiring, and Renee, obviously. And I think that the thing that you want to do is to try to perform at your best abilities every night, and we did that. We had a lot of fun back in the day. I just enjoyed all my times here in Buffalo. I still do. I have grandchildren here. I have my daughters here. So it's a special part of my life. It always will be.
Well, I think it says a lot about you that they want to do this. In fact, and the fact that
they couldn't find anybody else.
No, it's a sellout, everybody. There were so many people who were so interested in coming to be a part of it. And it's because they love you. I mean, and you did have a special place in the hearts. You do. You continue to have a special place in the hearts of our community. And that era of players, just the fact that so many are coming back to speak about you tonight.
Yeah, no, and I've even got guys that, I played against. Dave the Hammer Schultz from Philadelphia is coming in, and boy, I can't wait to roast him after he's done. I got some stories about him, but no, I just think it's, my time here has been always very, like I said, very special. I've enjoyed. I do different charity work. I enjoy working with units. I have a golf tournament, for organ transplant. I have a lot of alumni around here that we still stick around, like you say, and it's great to see. It's sold out tonight, and should be a lot of laughs.
This will be great. I wonder if any of the present team is coming. I don't know where they are. Maybe they're on the road.
They're off. They're off till tomorrow. They got to play Pittsburgh.
They should be coming to this.
They got to beat those Penguins. They need some points.
Yeah, we definitely need some points. Yeah. We're going into an interesting time of the year. I'm hoping that we can pull it together and. But don't forget, this is a team that was in last place 2 years ago.
That's true.
I mean, last year and the year before. So we ask a lot.
Well, I think fans are, they want to get into that dance. They want to have an opportunity, to see playoff hockey. I mean, we're all waiting for that. I think it's a matter of time. I think, it's a process, like everybody says. But I think Jason Botterill understands, what needs to get done and the direction he needs to go, and so. A lot of that we'll see in the next 20 games, but I'm looking. I think they're moving forward properly.
Okay, so let's just go back to your very first game as a Buffalo Sabre.
Yeah.
Your very first shift, where you were nervous and wondering what I am doing here, even with all these pros. And then what happened on that first shift?
I'm going to talk about that tonight, by the way.
I think you should.
It was a moment, because what you try to do when you're a youngster. I grew up in a little town called Nelson, British Columbia, and I worked very hard. I left home at 17 to play in Calgary, Alberta, played junior. And then I got drafted by, Punch Imlach, and I come into Buffalo, go to training camp, through camp, and then my first game, I'm sitting there, and your knees are going 100 miles an hour, and you're anxious and nervous, and you go out against the Boston Bruins with Don Luce and Craig Ramsey, and you've got next to me is Wayne Cashman, Phil Esposito, Kenny Hodge, Bobby Orr. I mean, it was like, I wanted to ask them for their autograph.
Right.
That's what it was like. But I went out and scored in 18 seconds.
That's Danny Gare.
It was the fastest goal in modern day history.
You want to hear more? You'll go tonight. Hopefully you have a ticket to the roast. And for those fans of AM Buffalo, be watching on Saturday, because Danny will be our guest on our Saturday show as well. We'll take a break and be right back. We love you. Have a good time.
Love you too.